Rock and Roll Reviews, and I am joined by He Is Legend.
Hello.
How's it going, guys? Apart from the weather, are you enjoying Glasgow?
Oh yeah.
So, it's been a pretty big year for you guys. Come back off it's a 5-year album hiatus. You released Heavy Fruits a couple of months ago, an album which I thought was absolutely fucking brilliant. How did that album process kind of go about? How long has that been in the making?
Well, you can best answer that. Do it.
Yeah, I guess we put it together like a year. We had to find Sam. We hadn't had Sam. I mean, all the ideas from 2009 kind of slowly kept coming out, and we just keep track of them, and then we finally found an actual drummer we could do stuff with. And before...
and play music with.
And yeah, we were just hashing it out with Matt. So it's just been, like a slow, ongoing process. When we finally got him, we could actually really put the songs together.
Yeah, because I mean, even though it was like a 5-year, what they call hiatus, it wasn't 5 years of inactivity. I mean, you guys were still posting things on your social networking, updating fans, gigging as well. I think was there not some gigging?
Little secret shows, surprise stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, returning back after that period of time, I know there was quite a lot of buzz and hype about the album. Anyway, how's that translated on the road?
Well, it's been actually being over here. Heavy Fruits has been really well received. Like all the songs we play off of that album, kids know the words too, and are singing along, which is great. It's kind of unexpected to come across the pond and have kids, singing along to the new stuff as well as the old stuff. And it's going well in the States too. It's just I think for some reason it takes a little bit longer for them to get excited about it, but it's still.
Our album really also came out like the third to last day of our last tour, so we haven't really played much of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I would imagine that, because you're doing some European dates after this, is the plan to hit back into the States for more touring, or is it quiet for the rest of the year?
We head back and we have 1 day home, and then we start another tour when we can.
Yeah. And who are you touring with on that one?
Mainly in Central Nashville. We just did a tour and then
It's not.
It's not?
It's not, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we saw them playing over here in February.
Yeah. A big snot fan.
Yeah, us too.
So I need to get this out of the way because I mainly like horror movies, and possibly my favourite horror movie ever is The Shining. You know where this is going, so it's no surprise. One of your songs on your most recent album is like an ode to The Shining, I think, because I mean there's obviously lines from the movie in the lyrics. I mean, how do you hold that movie in terms of your regard? Is it something that's like a favourite, or?
It's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I think you agree. It's like Stanley Kubrick is the best filmmaker of all time, and it's just kind of an homage. I mean, I've always stolen lines from movies and put them in our songs and stuff. Have like Evil Dead's on, I think I'm Hollywood. There's lots of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That movie is just the one, It's one of the best. And one of the best stories too. I mean, the book is equally as brilliant as the movie, but the film is by far. I mean, he's like one of the greatest filmmakers in my eyes.
Have you seen the documentary, the recent one with all the theories? Is there any in there that you adhere to, or?
There's a documentary just on him filming the movie.
Moon landings on YouTube, I've seen it. And at first when I clicked, you know what it's like, you're on YouTube, click a video.
Yeah,
and
it's called YouTube Roulette.
Yeah. It came up with that, and I can't remember what I was looking at, and that came up, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, these conspiracy theories. By the end of it, I was pretty much convinced. It was like maybe the second thing they put in it, I was like, that's more than a coincidence.
I mean, there's a lot more than a coincidence. If you get into one conspiracy theory, you can shrink them down to all of them, but I think I just like that conspiracy altogether.
Yeah.
I've always been obsessed with it. I like the way that ties into it. I've always loved Stephen King. It's kind of like
two of my favorite things there. Jack
together, yeah.
But I mean,
we were talking today too, like just talking about. I remember the first time I saw that movie, I was pretty young, and it was the most terrifying movie that I had ever seen. But it was like, it's not. I mean, other than a few parts, it's not very gory. So,
It's not, yeah.
So it's like the mental. Yeah, it's like a psychological.
Yeah.
It fucks with your psyche, and that's. I don't know. I feel like we relate to art, and it's like. Subliminally heavy and just overtly like, oh, somebody's getting their head chopped off. So yeah, that's great.
I think I probably just watched that film on repeat the whole time I was writing lyrics for the record too. Really trying to pick up a vibe off of it and see different things in it. I think it translates well to use like this music because it's like, for me, that movie is just it's about a guy who's dealing with even the book really. The book shows it to you more than the movie does, but it's just he's dealing with every vice in his head that doesn't exist. You know, it's like he's waking up every morning hungover and like there's no alcohol in the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, it's like little things like that we always try to do. When you're music learning, like him and I are talking about a song, it's never like play a C, it's like play something that sounds like a dragon in a hallway. You know, like, oh, okay. It's not a C.
It's funny you mention that because like when you're talking about the kind of subliminal level of heaviness on your records as well. I mean that's just something. I think that's one of the things I like most about your music is that there are heavy sections that completely, like some of your riffs catch me completely off guard by when you juxtapose it against like some of the more beautiful moments on your album, and then you just get hit with a riff and your face just kind of melts. It's oh my god, like that.
Dynamic.
I mean, you chose pretty much the same team to record this album as well. Was that always going to be a
musically, he understands us and he just does a really good job, like kind of what he was just saying about describing things in a certain way. We can bring that to him and he's totally on the same level. We've worked with some awesome producers, but you know, it's always you want to go with who you're most comfortable with.
Yeah. And someone that's going to let you do what you want instead of trying to push their style on you.
Yeah.
You're working with them instead of doing what they say. Because Mitch, we can throw things around with him and it's not. No one gets angry or no one gets upset or offended. And you work it out, and that's way better or way easier to do when it's someone you know than someone you've been handed to by your label.
Yeah. So I mean, in terms of that, you had full artistic direction when it came to picking that sort of thing.
I mean, he'll put in his 2 cents. I mean, it's always he's a fucking genius songwriter, awesome producer. I can't say enough good things about him. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, if we have this shit where we're like, we want this shit to sound dumb, stupid, like not intelligent. Totally understands or wrong. We want this to sound wrong.
Yeah.
And he totally, as opposed to being like, whoa. I don't, he's right on.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's awesome, man. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So now that the new album's out, obviously it's not been out that long. Generally we ask people when the next album's coming out. So I'm not going to ask you that because you just dropped an album.
Well, the answer to that is as soon as we can get
I was like linking that in. Is it a case of when touring finishes straight in, so there's not going to be another prolonged...
we're going to try to get it while, when we get time off, we're just going to try to write, try to get something together to do a new album or an EP or something.
Cool. Any places yet in the world that you're still desperate to get out in? South America.
And like Asia, it'd be nice to get Japan, South America.
I wanted to do ayahuasca. That's my South America.
apparently quite. It's apparently quite. Anything I've ever seen.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I was going to say, like, just in general, any documentary I've ever seen about very trippy. Yeah.
So,
That's just, I mean, the last question we always like to ask everyone, the site that we write for primarily is music's punk rock and metal, but we also do movie stuff. We've kind of touched on that. Anything you've seen this year that you've really liked, or maybe not lived up to the...
I'm trying to think about this. I mean, I like the Lego movie a lot.
I really thought it was fun.
It's great. Nothing's killed me this year, you know. I'm drawing a blank on it, but I don't think I've seen anything that I was like, yes. I mean, the second Hobbit was pretty cool, but that was last year.
End of last year, yeah.
Yeah, nothing's grabbed me yet. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of movies this year. Probably like Netflix shout-outs and stuff.
There's a couple of, I mean, if you're fans of that, I would say if you're fans of Kubrick, then there's a really good movie called Under the Skin.
Oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson. That was good.
Yeah, it kind of
I'm
reminds
excited to see David Fincher's
Gone Girl. Yeah. I really
saw that. I haven't seen it.
it's good. Yeah. I don't think it's as good as people say.
Right. I think sometimes Fincher, when he releases something, everyone's like,
It's a good movie.
it's like,
I don't know when it came out, but I watched the X-Men movie on the plane. That was kind of cool.
is that the one with the time travel?
Yeah.
I quite like that as well.
I still haven't seen that.
Oh, I saw the new 300 on the plane too.
Oh yeah, Rise of that's what I thought. So I was good. I went in there like, yes, this is Sparta, and then I was like, it's the same.
Was it good?
Kind of sequel. It was not good at all.
It's like everything in the first movie, like see like all the slow motion kills that you got maybe once every minute. It's like every 10 seconds. It's like every sort of slow motion sword throw. So,
I saw that, what is it, movie with Cameron Diaz and Kate Upton.
Oh,
The other girl?
yeah.
That's beautifully awful. It's
There is a great movie that came out of there. To Get Her. The David Wayans, or they came together.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that,
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
And Chris Maloney is my
Did you ever see
favorite
Wet Hot American Summer?
No, I haven't seen
David Wayans, the director. But it is Wet Hot American Summer is one of the best like spoof movies. But it's like Janine Garofalo, Paul Rudd, everyone. Yeah, lots of people. But basically the same cast. Romantic comedies. It's called They Came Together. It's Amy Poehler, Paul Rudd. It just came out. It's hilarious. It's really one of the funniest movies that have come out in the last 2 years. For sure.
That's awesome.
It's hard as far as horror is concerned. I haven't seen anything.
It's been a kind of iffy year. I primarily do kind of horror stuff for the site we do, and I'd like to do stuff like externally in the kind of horror genre. And there's been a lot of fringe stuff, but not really any. This is a horror movie. Quite like Oculus. I thought that's really the only kind of pure horror movie I've seen this year that I've been like, that's quite interesting. There's a lot of ones that kind of touch on it, but not really. I liked Enemy as well, but Enemy's not really if you like kind of David Lynch, that sort of thing, is very much like that. Jake Gyllenhaal's really good in it, but the ending's a bit. It's open to interpretation. You've seen that movie finished?
I think I saw some of that.
Yeah.
The ending, like, or like near the end, is there like a car crash and stuff?
Yeah.
I saw that.
It goes there. The last 10 seconds in that movie, I saw it about 2:30 in the morning, and it finished, and I was like, what the
Yeah, that's what I did.
was that? And then I was online for the next like half an hour reading up articles of people's interpretations of it, and there's about a million theories out there. It's a fucked up ending. It really is. So, he is. He's wearing well. He's got a new movie out as well, Nightcrawler, which looks cool.
That looks good.
Yeah. It's just come out in the UK.
Except for I thought it was going to be Nightcrawler from X-Men.
It's not that.
Or no, what's the name of it? It's Nightcrawler.
It's Nightcrawler,
When Nightcrawler was who was the guy? He was in the first one. The English actor that's he like does a lot of vlogs halfway.
Yeah.
Aaron, some, I don't know.
I know the one you're on about. He's Scottish actually. And that's why I'm drawing a blank. Alan Cummings.
Alan Cummings.
Yeah.
Shout out
He's
cameraman.
there we go. Well, thanks very much, guys, for giving up some of your time. I know that your show's going to kick ass tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back in Scotland when it's a bit sunny or something.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, guys.
You know it.
Yep. Thank you.